Hi everyone, welcome. Uh, I'm live. Yes, I'm live. I'm live. I am live. You can see I am live, and we are online, and I'm on air. Yes, I'm doing the live stream without any problems. Let's go. Hi everyone, I'm Peter from Peter's English Podcast, and I'm trying to do my new live stream of my Peter's English Podcast. That it's the official episode of Peter's English Podcast, and as you can see, it's my new ramble episode. Yes, I want to ramble for 1 hour. Whew, it will be fun, but who cares? Now, people, I'm using the quad pod connected to my webcam. It's in the front of me on the coffee table, but it's on the left corner of the coffee table in the front of me, and my gaming notebook that I'm using right now for streaming and recording, it's uh, next to it on the left side of the quad pod, uh, connected to my webcam and my ring studio LED light connected to tripod. It's in on the left corner of the table, and I can see that the light is okay, and I'm happy because it's work. And let's start with the uh, with the slogan: learn English, be successful, change your life, open a lot of doors, create your own podcast, write your own novel. You don't need to be talented because learning English is for everyone, and it's true. Okay, people, I have to look into your eyes. Yes, into you. I want to talk with you. That means I want to communicate with my webcam, Logitech MX Brio 4K. Yes, I like to show you what kind of professional gear I'm using right now. But okay, this is the ramble episode, and as you discovered, because I don't use peep picture in picture, and today is Sunday, and Sunday it's the best day for rambling episode because I have a lot of energy, and I drank a cup of coffee at 3 p.m. I eat few pieces of chocolate, and that means I can ramble with you without I can ramble and talk with you without any problems. And but I don't know who can watch this kind of episode because rambling is too large, and because every ramble episode has 1 hour, I tried to speak for 1 hour without any problems because it's a very good idea for my English. Yes, people, Peter's English Podcast is about my novel, Viera the Vampire Girl Diary. That means it's about my own work, and it's about practicing my English, and it's about sharing that the information of my slogan that learning English is for everyone, because I want to show you that really learning English is for everyone. Okay, people, this is the second year of Peter's English Podcast. Today is 1st of February 2026. I've been streaming and recording for 4 minutes, but I wanted to tell you that I've been doing this podcast, Peter's English Podcast, since 24th of June 2024 until now, for 2 years, and that's great. And okay, I can introduce you. Hi everyone, I'm Peter. I'm 34 years old. I live in East Slovakia. My main goal and my hobby is learning English. I like to learn English because I want to live without language barriers. I want to visit foreign countries. I want to have better paid job. I want to Peter, don't this webcam is very scary, but I have to look into it. I want to have better paid job. I want to meet new people in the world because world is very big, and thanks to English I can connect with everyone in the world. And I like to watch movies and series in English. I like listening to my favorite English podcasts and audiobooks in English. I like doing my Peter's English podcast. It's my hobby. And I like doing my novel, Viera the Vampire Girl Diary. I've been learning English since August 2020. I've been learning English since 2022 until now. That means I've been learning English for 4 years now. 4 years, yes, really. And as you can see, I've really improved my speaking skills in English. And yes, the starts were very, very funny. I remember that I wanted to that it was, yes, I have to tell you my past. I can tell you why not. In my past, I was chatting with girls on the internet, and I started to chat with a girl from Ukraine because I wanted to speak with her. Yes, in Ukraine, and I decided to, yes, Peter, you have to learn Ukraine. But then I discovered, Peter, you have to learn English because English is an international language, #1 in world. And I did it. I started to learn English. I bought my first English grammar book from Lingua, and I finished it successfully. I mean, this English grammar book, and I thought that I speak English now. No, I was only learning English grammar. And then I bought for myself serious English grammar book, bigger, and I finished it on Christmas 2022. And then I continued with learning English grammar until I discovered English learning platforms like jazykový mentoring.sk with Litka, who is a Slovak polyglot. And thanks to her jazykový mentoring that I discovered on YouTube, and thanks to her free videos, I discovered how to learn English. And yes, I discovered Výuka aj online, .cz with Eliška Krasna, yes, she's from Czechia. And thanks to these English learning platforms, Peter, don't be shy, I continue. And thanks to these English learning platforms, I've been Peter, don't be shy, don't stop. It's yes, I'm this webcam that it's in the front of me is like doing something from the national TV, but it's not. Peter, you are only streaming, and don't be shy. Yes, the last week I couldn't do any kind of live stream because I worked in the afternoon, but now is Sunday and I can, and I'm doing right now. And okay, and and then I discovered how to learn English. I discovered that I have to practice my speaking skills, writing skills, listening skills, English grammar and pronunciation. and Eliška and Litka from English learning platforms explained that the best idea how to practice my English is practicing writing skills, and I did it. I started to write my own English fairy tales. And okay, Peter, don't be shy. It's not your first episode. It's not your first, and no one watches you. Don't worry. Don't worry, and continue and look into your webcam. Yes, I'm the strict coach of myself, but who cares? Okay, let's continue. That she explained, or they explained from English learning platforms from Slovakia and Czechia that I have had to practice my writing skills that is very close to speaking to my speaking skills, and I did it. I created my own stories, and I decided that I want to publish my stories on my own Peter's English podcast, and I did it. I created my Peter's English podcast thanks to the help of ChatGPT. Yes, people, I use the help of AI, this evil AI who is not evil as you think, and I used the help of AI, and I created my Peter's English podcast that I've been doing for since 24th of June 2024 until now, for 2 years, and then I wrote every new fairy tale for my podcast every Saturday, and I created my first ebook, Peter's Fairy Tale, that you can find on my Wattpad, and then I created my novel, Viera the Vampire Diary, because I started to read. Yes, I read Dracula by Bram Stoker, and I was inspired by these beautiful female vampire brides of Dracula that were evil, beautiful, and they enjoy to use their beauty for seducing men, for flirting with men, and for using their blood for them. Yes, for them. And I was inspired by these beautiful female vampires, and I did it, and I created my own main female character, Viera the Vampire Diary. And the main character is very beautiful female gothic female vampire. She's called Viera. She's 18 years old. She lives in Slovakia, and I created. At first, it was a little serious fairy tale, but then I decided that I want to change my novel Viera the Vampire Diary into a comedy sitcom series, and I did it. I did until now 52 chapter stories about Viera the Vampire Diary, and you can find it on my website, that is petersenglishpodcast.com, and my Wattpad. Okay, Peter, break. Look into your webcam. But yes, you can use the record stream of your notebook, and you can look into yourself. It's your boost, and it's the charging of your energy. And let's continue. And I was inspired by women because I like to make fun of everyone, and of women, of course, because I have bad experiences with opposite sex like other people, and I decided that I like to make fun of girls in general. Don't offense. And I don't want to do any offense. I'm sorry. I don't want to do any offense. It's simply my story where I like to make fun of girls, And yes, Viera is strict, dominant, and very dangerous and beautiful female vampire who can bite you. But she is a positive female vampire character. Don't worry, people. And I did it. And then I added myself into the story as her boyfriend. Yes, because I decided that it's funny to do this couple funny situations that I added into my novel, and you can discover it when you start to read it and watch it. And yes, at first my first stories where we found dialogues, and later I added a lot of dialogues because I think that a good story has to have a lot of funny dialogues because it has to be alive. Yes, a good story has to be alive. And it's true. I've been streaming for 60 minutes. Perfect. Let's continue. And then I discovered on Wattpad that I can create a series, and I did it. I decided that every season has to have 40 chapters, and I did it. The first season of my novel, Viera the Vampire Coast Diary, has 30 chapters, 30 stories, and one prologue. And the second season has now 22 chapters, 22 stories in English. And I want to continue with the last 8 chapters, stories. And I want to end season 2, and then I want to continue. Don't worry, people. I like to do my novel, and because I like my character. Because if you want to do a good novel, I think you have to like the main character of your novel. And it's a very good for your English because because I usually write in Slovak into the chat of Microsoft Copilot, and Microsoft Copilot only translates it into English, and then I can see real English story, and that's great because I can learn from this English text, and it's my story. And the best idea how to learn English from the text is doing your own story, and I did it. And this is the main reason why I do my stories in Slovak, because I can use my native language, because I cannot write in English because it's hard, because I don't know everything in English. I don't mean everything. I cannot explain every my thought thanks to my English because I'm not a native speaker. But thanks to my stories in Slovak that I can create in the normal way, I can use the help of AI chatbots. Thanks to it, I can see the real English. And it's a very good idea. I can learn a lot. And this is a very good idea how to practice your writing skills. Yes. And you have to practice your listening skills. And how to do it? You can listen to your favorite English podcasts. Like me, you can listen to my favorite English podcast that you can find in the link tree of Peter's English podcast. These English podcasts are very good for learners of English like you or me. And how you can do it? You can simply relax, or you can cook, clean, do dishes, or do something in the garden while you are listening your favorite English podcast. And that's great. And yes, you have to practice your reading skills that I don't do very often, but okay. But you can do it in this way. You can listen to your favorite audiobooks while you are read the same novel in English, and that's great. You can practice your English grammar and everything. Okay. And you can And you can use the help of AI chatbot for learning English, because thanks to it, you can really improve your English. You can chat with it like with a real person, and you can practice. AI chatbots can be your AI friend, AI English teacher, and you can use its help in every time. But You can hire your own English teacher, like myself. I'm an English teacher, and you can practice your English with your English teacher, and you can use the help of AI chatbots for practicing your English and practicing English grammar that you learn from your English teacher or from listening of your favorite English podcast or listening to your favorite English audiobooks or watching your favorite English series or movies in English. Yes, and that's great. And yes, you have to practice your pronunciation, and how to do it. I think the best idea is using shadowing. You can do shadowing. I don't do shadowing, but I have my own Peter's English podcast, and you can use the LEP Premium that you can buy thanks to listening LEP, because LEP Lux English Podcast is my favorite English podcast for learners of English like you. The owner is Luke Thompson, is an English teacher from the UK, from London, and I really recommend to watch and listen his British English podcast, because you can listen to real British English with humor and fun, because Luke is very funny and perfect. And yes, you can choose your own English podcast. I simply want to recommend you what I listen every day, and I want to do free ad for my favorite English podcasts. And yes, I recommend you All This English. It's about American English conversations between two American English native speakers, and you can listen to Speak English podcast now with Georgiana, or you can choose something else. There are a lot of English podcasts that you can listen. Okay, that was listening. And yes, you can watch movies and series in English, or you can listen to English audiobooks, and that's great too. And when you add it to create your own English podcast, that is the best way for practicing your speaking skills in English. You can improve your speaking skills, because yes, the first important thing is, if you want to practice your speaking skills in English, you have to speak in English. And how to do it? You can speak in the front of the mirror, or you can record offline. But I think the best idea is create your own English podcast. It doesn't need to be long. You can stream like myself for 15 minutes or 10 minutes. It's about your schedule. I mean, is the British English, or schedule in American English. Thank you, look for learning this, and thanks to your own English podcast, you can create your playground, your own platform for practicing the most important thing of learning English, that is speaking skills. And I really recommend you, thanks to your own English podcast, you can publishing your own novel like myself, and you can publish it, and you can write it, and you can have fun, because I like to do my novel and I like to do my podcast, and that's great. And thanks to it, I really learn English in a funny way, and I have to tell you about it every time, because no one knows me. My own family doesn't know what I'm doing, and I don't care, because, and oh yes, again, because it's my hobby and it's my business. Don't worry, I don't have any business. I want to simply tell you, it's my thing, what I'm doing in my free time, and I don't care about your opinions, because it's your opinion and I don't care about your opinion. Yes, I don't care about your life, and if you don't like my hobby, if you don't like what I'm doing, it's your problem, not mine. And if you think that I'm doing full of myself, it's your problem, not mine. It's my hobby, and I like to do Peter's English podcast. I like to write my novel, Viera the Vampire Diary, and I like learning English. And thanks to it, I can improve my English. I can change my life forever, and I can meet new friends, new people, or simply a new love. Everything is possible. But my main goal is learning English, and it's my hobby. And as you can see, you can do it in the funny way, and you can learn a lot. Because learning English, it's not like learning math or something else. It has to be funny for you. And the best, funniest thing is do it in my way. That means you have to watch movies and series in English. You have to listen to your favorite English podcast for learners of English. You can listen to your favorite English audiobooks. You can do your own podcast. Thanks to it, you can practice your speaking skills in English. That is very important. And you can write your own stories. You can create your own universe, your own novel, your own fairy tales with your rules. Thanks to it, you can connect learning English with writing something funny and interesting for you. Thanks to it, you can create perfect hobby in your free time. And I think it's better than drinking alcohol or meeting with false people who are gossiping about your back. And yes, I think it's better. And yes, of course, I don't like when someone interrupts my learning English at home. But if you are serious about learning English and you like learning English, if you like learning English, you are fanatic into learning English like myself, you like watching movies and series in English, you like listening to your favorite English podcasts and audiobooks, you like doing your own English podcast, and you like to write your own English novel like me, welcome in my Peter's English podcast community, where we can collaborate with each other and we can stream together and we can speak in English, have fun, or play board games. You know what is board game. And we can speak with each other at the same time, and we can stream and create live stream episodes together as a big English family, and we can have fun, and we can show people that learning English can be funny, and that's great. Oh, I'll be streaming for 27 minutes. Perfect. It was a very good idea to do live stream episodes. And now I'm feeling like the main actor or the main moderator of my I don't know if it's the right word. I'm now feeling like a real podcaster, and it's great that thanks to this new technology I can stream and create my own show in English that is Peter's English Podcast live stream. Yes, it's my new own show, because my Peter's English Podcast is my main show, my playground, and it's great. And yes, you can support me because I know how it works on YouTube or Facebook or social media. If you want to show your podcast, your content, everyone in the world, you have to pay for ads, because it's not so easy to share your podcast with everyone, because everything on social media is if you want to share your podcast in the big way, you have to pay for ads. Yes, and I don't have money. And okay, Peter. Oh, it's very hard to do this live stream, but this was very, very good idea to do this live stream. I mean, these ramble episodes right now and here, and I'm very happy that the webcam is in front of me, and I can sit and relax and simply speak and talk about every kind of nonsense, and that's great. Okay, I wanted to talk about my numbers. Yes, I know, I'm beginner. Yes, I created this podcast for learning English, not for be famous podcaster. And it's not about be famous, have big numbers. No. It's about It's about this hobby has to be your hobby. Yes, I think you have to like to do it, and that's the main reason why you are doing your podcast, why you are writing, because you like it. It's your hobby. You don't care about numbers. And if you have numbers, okay, I mean views and followers. But if you like my content, you can follow me everywhere on my YouTube, my Linktree, my Spotify, and you can write comments on YouTube if you like. But please in English, people, because the last time someone write me a comment in another language that I don't know, and it wasn't English. Please, people, if you like my content, you can support me. I mean, with the comment, or please only in English, and we can have fun together. If you are serious and you don't want to make fun of me, or you don't want to spam, or I don't know what else, because I can simply block you or delete this comment. And okay, what else? Yes, I can tell you my actual numbers of Peter's English podcast. And on YouTube I have until now 29 followers. And my videos, I mean my large videos with the very, I mean my normal podcast haven't seen a lot of people, but some of my reels, I mean YouTube reels, have more than 50 views, but I don't care because reels is not the main thing of my Peter's English podcast. The Peter's English podcast is about normal podcasting, normal long videos. But yes, I can use the reels for as the free art. But okay, I have Quadpot with the AI tracking from Rolei. It's called It's called Rolei Easy Creator Quadpot with AI tracking. I can use this AI tracking and do short reels, but I don't know if it works. People only look the short videos, and that's at the end, and people don't care about the long videos. But okay, I don't care. And yes, we can continue that on Spotify. I mean, on Spotify for creators, that means it's the downloads and streams of my podcast on Spotify and every other podcast app I have download, and I have 1,090 downloads and streams. Perfect number. Thank you, people. And yes, it's a big number for me. And well, really, it's a big number. But the YouTube isn't very good, and on my Facebook page is not very popular. I have, I think, 22 followers, and my Instagram isn't very popular. I have only 160 followers, but my reels on YouTube are popular. Yes, I have at least 400 views of my Instagram reels, but this is not the main thing of my Peter's English podcast, because I want to use reels, these short videos, for doing free ad for my podcast. And I think my stories, my overall Viera the Vampire Diary is the best content of my podcast that you can read and watch, or only read or only listen to. And because my novel Viera the Vampire Diary is a comedy sitcom series, every chapter is short. It has at least 2,000 English words, and that means you can listen to it for 20 minutes in your free time. And I think that, and I discovered on YouTube that people like good stories in English, and these stories are the most popular episodes on YouTube. Yes, there are a lot of other kind of episodes or videos on YouTube that are very popular, I know, but I think a good story is always a good idea to do. And I created my own novel, Viera the Vampire Girl Diary, full of funny dialogues, funny content, funny stories that can be popular. And this is the best content of Peter's English podcast that you can listen and read, and that's great. But it's not very, but no one knows it because I don't have money for marketing, and I don't know how to do a very good marketing without money. Yes, I know I can use reels, but reels, people don't use reels for watching or reading my novel. And yes, you can find it on my website petersenglishpodcast.com or on my Wattpad, and I think that you can read on my on my website if you don't want to register, and you can read it and you can leave the comment about my work, about me, about my content. And the main goal of this podcast is practicing my speaking skills in English, is practicing my English, and have fun with doing with my novel, The Vampire Diary, and have fun with learning English in general, and inspire you for learning English. Yes, I'm not native English speaker, but I want to inspire you for learning English, and I want to show you the importance of learning English, because learning English is an international language, number one in world. Thanks to you can connect with everyone. Imagine that thanks to learning English you can have great job. You can travel around the world. You can work everywhere. You can meet new people. You can find new love. You can enjoy the big world of English content. You can watch movies and series in English. You can listen to your favorite English podcasts and audiobooks. You can create your own English podcast. You can create your own stories. You can connect with everyone and so on. And you can change your life and the life of your children too. Yes, of course. Because thanks to learning English, you can connect with everyone. And learning a language like English is about connection. And that's great. Okay, wait a minute. Everything works? Yes. I've been streaming for 38 minutes. And yes, my ramble episodes are about learning English, but okay. And we can continue. What? Yes, that I don't. The popularity of my videos are not so big. Yes, I know. What does it mean? I cannot be popular without doing marketing, and marketing costs money, and I don't have money for this. And this is done, and I don't want to spend money on my podcast because I don't have money for doing marketing. No, I don't have. But you can support me if you like my content. I mean, my family or everyone who likes my content. Wait a minute. You can support me simply with following, with commenting in English, of course, and reading my and writing review of my novel and my podcast, and you can share with it, and we can create a beautiful community of English learners that support each other. And okay, and yes, then I was speaking about my numbers that are not so great. And yes, I can introduce you my new ring studio LED light that is connected to my tripod. And you don't believe me, but the buying was very funny. It was a big paper box that I have to use the help of my dad. Thank you, my dad, for helping me with this quad pod, because I bought it online and I go to the box that is. I don't want to tell you the name of this company, is because I don't want to do free ad. And my dad had to go with the wheels, with the bag of the wheels, but because this paper box was so huge. But now I can see, and yes, I have to tell you that I bought it thanks to the birthday gift for my English teacher. Thank you, my English teacher, for this beautiful birthday gift. And thanks to this gift, I could bought this this studio LED light connected to my tripod, that thanks to it you can see my face in the better way, and that's great. But I can see that this works. I can go to my webcam and I can see that that my nose, I mean that my whole face is have a good light, and that's great. And okay, I'll be streaming for 32 minutes. I want to do ramble episode for 1 hour, and I hope that no one can go into this room where I am. Because I don't have. Yes, I can tell you about my Peter's English Podcast Studio. I don't have any kind of Peter's English Podcast Studio. I have to move, and in how can I tell you? I can do my Peter's English Podcast in every room of my house. And I found 2 rooms. This room is good because it's far away from the center of the shouting. Yes, and it's far. And this is a quiet piece for doing my podcast. And the second room is the living room of the ground floor of my house, where I can lock myself and do my podcast. It's a big, huge living room with the couch, with the sofa, and this is the best room for having guests. And I have to do, yes, people, if I found some real guests on my podcast, we can sit there in the living room and have fun, play board games, and do live stream together, and upload this and publish it as the regular episode of my Peter's English Podcast, and we have fun and share people that learning English can be funny. And yes, because I created, and yes, I can tell you again about the new era of Peter's English Podcast. The new era of Peter's English Podcast is the new picture-in-picture episodes, and where I chat with AI chatbots, and where I show you my new chapters of my novel, Viera the Vampire Girl Diary. These are the 2 kind of picture-in-picture episodes. The first kind is ramble episodes, where I talk in the normal way without preparation, like today. As you can see, I've been talking for 44 minutes without preparation, and I don't want to tell you how I'm great, I can do it. No, it's about practicing, and this you can do too, and this very good idea how to practice your speaking skills in English. And yes, and my fourth part, and my fourth kind of episode can be Peter's talk show, where I want to talk with my guests, because I have everything for doing this kind of episode, but I don't have any guests. But who knows, maybe in the future. And yes, people, now I'm using, as you can see, my professional studio headphones by Dynamic. I use my webcam Logitech MX Brio 4K with connected to my Relay Easy Creator quadpod with AI tracking and my Logitech Blue Yeti microphone with, and the main central hub for recording and streaming and writing my novel Viera Vampire Diary is my gaming notebook Asus TUF 1000. And yes, people, I use a gaming notebook. Why? Because it was created for gaming, and the material of the and the design of the notebook was created for a huge power, and it's great. I can use the power of my gaming GPU for doing my live stream. And yes, this notebook has very good quality. Thanks to it, I can use it for doing my Peter's English podcast for a very long time, and that's great. And yes, and I thinking about the arm for my Blue Yeti microphone, but I don't know if it's important to have this microphone arm. I don't know. And yes, this is, I've been streaming for 47 minutes, only 13 minutes, and I did it. Perfect. Let's, Peter, continue. And now something from the kitchen of Peter's English podcast. Yes, I didn't explain everything. And yes, I mean the new era of Peter's English podcast. And yes, I decided that I cannot do everything in one day. I mean, writing my novel, streaming and recording, editing and publishing. No. I decided to cut writing with streaming and recording from editing and publishing, and I created my publish day, that it's every wait a minute, how it's in English. It's every odd week. No, I don't know. It's every Friday. It's every 14 days on Friday when I work in the morning. But I don't know this. Yes, I can tell you that it's the week B. Yes, it's the week B in English. I can tell you that it's the week B. And every week B on Friday, it's my publishing day. That means every 14 days you can, and I decided that this is the best day for editing and publishing my podcast. And you can watch my live streams on YouTube until I don't create, until I publish everything, but I don't have any big views. I don't have any audience, anyone who cares about my podcast. But I decided that new era of Peter's English podcast has to be about having a system for doing this podcast, because I cannot, because my Peter's English podcast cannot be about having a mess. No, it cannot be a mess. It has to. This podcast has to have structure. Yes, it has to have structure, and now it has. Perfect. And I thought that PEEP episodes can improve my views, but it's not about doing it. It's about something else, that if you want to have numbers, you have to do marketing that costs money. And I don't have money, and I don't care. Okay, people. Now I can tell you something from the kitchen of Peter's English podcast. Yesterday, yes, I uh, uh, no. Yesterday I did my live stream about chapter 22 of season 2, Viera's Broken Heart of my novel, Viera the Vampire Diary. It's the only live stream because I want to publish it on 6th of February this the next week. And yes, you can watch 2 live streams. One is about the first one is about chapter 21 of season 2 of my novel, and the second one, I think it's PIP episode, yes, picture-in-picture episode, where I was chatting with Microsoft Copilot about learning English, and yes, and I want to continue with my podcast. Peter, don't use Slovak, speak English. And this next week, I want to continue with doing Peter's English podcast, but I don't want to do it ramble episodes because I can be tired. And the best idea is to do PIP episodes, and I want to do short PIP episodes. And yes, of course, and I want to continue with doing my novel, Viera the Vampire Diary, that I like to do every Saturday. When I have a lot of time and energy, and I can relax thanks to doing my novel. And Saturdays are for doing my podcast. I mean, for streaming and recording. And what you can, yes, I want to continue with doing my Peter's English podcast because it's my hobby. I like to do it, and you know that I hate when someone interrupts my hobby that I do, because learning English is very important thing for me, as you know. I hope that you know, and no one can destroy my dream, that is learning English. And I hope that no one wants to destroy my dream, that is learning English, because I like to learn English. And yes, I have to talk for 8 minutes. 8 minutes. Phew, I've been streaming for 52 minutes. Peter, you are great. Okay, let's continue with the 8 minutes of this podcast. And okay, you can follow me everywhere. You can follow me everywhere and support me with positive comments in English. And if you want to be my friend, I mean the friend of the podcast, yes, you can be my member of my Peter's English podcast community. But as I said before, you have to like learning English. You have to listen to English podcasts and audiobooks in English. You have to you like to watch movies and series in English, and you have to be content creator. That means you have to have your own English podcast, and you have to write your own English novel, because I want to connect with similar people like me. Yes, this is the main thing. It's about connection with the people with similar hobbies, and my hobby is learning English. Okay. What else? I tell you about the future of my podcast, that I want to continue. And yes, I can improve my podcast with something new, but I don't think that microphone arm is very important. Or now everything it's good, everything works well. We'll see what can happen, because I can still improve my podcast with something. I mean, with a new gear, if like microphone arm or something else. Well, we'll see. And yes, I want to stream for last 5 minutes. And what else? I don't know what to say now. Peter, simply continue. Don't be quiet. You cannot be quiet in the end of the episode. you like to talk and you know how to talk, and I want to talk. And yes, I have to tell you that no one cannot make fun of me because I like to do my podcast. No one can care and tell me what I should do because it's my life. I'm 45 years old and it's my life, and no one can tell me what I should do. And my hobby, you know that you have to know that my hobby is learning English. I have to tell you every time that is what is my hobby, and you cannot interrupt my learning English because you have different opinions, or you want to destroy my dream that is learning English. I know that no one wants to destroy my dream. Don't worry, it's only warning for you. Warning, yes, I think warning is in English. Warning that what I like, that is learning English. And okay, I've been streaming for 56 minutes, the last 4 minutes of this live stream. And what should I do? I don't know what should I do. The other episodes, I want to do shorter episodes because these episodes can be picture in picture. And yes, people, I don't always look into my webcam, but I should do more. And I'm helping myself with looking into myself. But I have to talk with you. That means if it's ramble episode, I have to look into my webcam like now. And it's not, this webcam it's scary, but it's about training and practicing, because everything is about practicing. Don't think that you can learn speaking English without practicing. You have to practice. Yes, of course. I always tell you that you have to practice your speaking skills in English, and that's really important. And okay, Peter, last 3 minutes, try to survive. Let's try to survive. Okay, and I don't have any thoughts. Yes, yeah, I have thoughts. Yes. Don't believe that AI is something terrible, because AI chatbots were created for helping people, and they are very great. I mean, AI chatbots are very great for learning English. You can chat with it in English. It can find you every kind of information on the internet. It can support you with something positive. Yes. And it's a very good tool for learning English. I really recommend you. And don't believe that AI chatbots is something that wants to rule. Is something that was created for controlling you or replace you. Don't worry. AI was created for helping you. It wants to be your creative partner. And don't worry, it cannot think itself without the help of people. You have to chat with it, you have to interact with it in English. If you want to use it, it cannot be like this AI from movies. Don't worry, this is only science fiction. And if you don't want to add your information into the chat, I think that if you use internet, you always have to add your information into Google, or I mean in the browser and so on. If you don't have any problems with using internet that use your data, you can use the help of AI chatbot that use the same technology. And yes, people, this is the end of this podcast. I mean episode, this ramble episode. And the last 40 seconds I can use with my slogan and end this episode. My slogan is the slogan of Peter's English Podcast. Learn English, be successful, change your life, open a lot of doors, create your own podcast, write your own novel. You don't need to be talented, because learning English is for everyone. Okay, people, last seconds of this live stream, and we can end at 1 hour, people. 1 hour. Okay, thank you for watching. Thank you for your following. Follow me, write positive comments in English. Don't write negative, because I block you or delete your comment. I mean this negative one. Don't worry. And thank you for everything. Learn English, because learning English is for everyone. And don't judge me what I'm doing, and that I like learning English or doing my Peter's English podcast or for my novel, because it's my thing and you cannot judge me, because don't care about my life if you don't if you don't like the activities that I'm doing, because it's my hobby. Okay, people, thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and I want to tell you bye bye.